This is a HeadGum podcast.
Dynamic banter. Mike and Steve are gonna do bits and have some fun. Dynamic banter. Honking horns and ringing bells and making good. Dynamic banter.
Hurry! Start the show! I want to fart into the mic!
What if you with someone and they were so cool. Every aspect of them was cool. And you were like, we're going to go to the bar. They got fucking dancing on Thursdays. And your new cool friend is like, I would love to go to the bar to dancing on Thursdays. And then you're in there. You're like, I'm going to have a great time with my current friend or my brand new friend who there's absolutely nothing wrong with. And then you get in there and the fucking beat is pumping so hard. And you get in the middle of the dance floor and the new guy goes,
Okay, youtube.com/dynamic banter if you want to see what Mike did. But
if you want to
essentially,
get that joke.
essentially he was doing like robot hands. Like imagine C-3PO, elbows shoulder length.
Yeah.
Hands like you're about to grab a basketball.
Imagine like a robot Keanu Reeves trying to feel his way around a escape room.
Whoa.
My new friends.
Whoa.
I would like to, I'm at the point where I think I have enough friends. Dude,
I hit that long ago.
So now it's like you can go out and have a really good first impression with people and really lull them into a sense of like, we're friends. And then you go out and you fuck it all up with something like that on purpose for jokes.
But the thing is like, as funny as that is, and Mike, you're so good at like, when you're a comedian, you have to be able to like kind of play the room to degrees of like, relatability. Like you can't just go up there and be like,
you gotta keep everybody on the same page.
Exactly. And everybody can relate to that moment and someone inviting the new friend to come out and dance. And then they're like the worst ever. Everyone can relate to that at some point in their lives. But to me, it's like, if you're the people that are like uncomfortable about the bad dancing, like there's two things here. If the person doing bad dancing is joking and it's funny and you find out later that they're just kind of weird and they do weird shit sometimes, they don't think they're doing a good job. Yeah. They're just out there, dance like no one's watching. Like if it's that situation, then like then for me, I'm like, oh, the new guy can hang. The new guy's a weirdo.
Oh, this is be nice or not be nice.
Yeah. Befriend or not befriend.
So you're saying if it's clear that they're doing it as a joke to be goofy, then that person's in.
Yeah.
But that's not what I'm talking about.
But that's one of two scenarios. The other scenario is you brought the new guy to come hang, and new guy thinks they're dancing well, and it's the worst dance you've ever seen someone do, and it's making people on the dance floor uncomfortable. Even though, like, if you go to, like, certain dance floors these days, pre-COVID, the outside times, there are mostly people that are like, I don't give a fuck what you're up to, as long as you're not being a pervert or
no one gives a fuck
breaking anyone's boundaries.
Yeah. That's
no
an
one
important
gives a
thing.
Fuck.
That's an important thing to remember when you're just out. Maybe you're in your late teens, early 20s, early 30s. You're out, you're finding yourself, you're finding your place in the world. How do I interact with these social settings and social places when we're all reintroduced to social places? It's great to keep in mind that no one gives a fuck about what you're doing. So go out and be yourself and don't worry about like, well, if I dress like this, everyone in the bar is gonna, but stop right there, because there's never, unless you light the bar on fire, there's never going to be a scenario where everyone in the bar is thinking something about you.
Yeah. But what I'm saying is, in this hypothetical second scenario, this person is dancing so awkwardly that they've caught the attention of people that wouldn't normally judge that person in that setting. And if the friends that invited that friend notice that there's a general shift in vibes, and that person doesn't stop, and the vibes keep shifting, and to the point where people are moving away from that person.
You know what I think about all the time? Especially now that I do Twitch more than I ever have, which is sometimes.
That means you're not eating enough bananas, because I get a Twitch in the morning.
right. Bananas.tv. So when I have the camera on, which is seldom, I'm always like aware of, and I'm sure every Twitch person goes through this, but the face that you make when you're just like, you can't always have camera face on. You know?
Right.
And thank you. Some empathy there from
Mommy
the mother.
agrees, yeah.
So you're there and you're making just like your regular concentrated
You're
face.
on. And you're on. Like, you're live.
Right. So I never noticed that before. And then sometimes you see it in the corner and you're like, oh, I'm looking like that because of the latency. So
Right.
now it's fun for me to think about, you're out with this person who you thought was a certain way and they're dancing as hard as they can, but it's really bad. Like the face that like you catch yourself making at somebody you thought was so cool.
Right, because you
Like,
don't realize you made that face. Like,
all the faces you don't realize you're making are the best.
dude, I started doing this thing. Speaking of Twitch, I started doing this thing called Twitch Sings, which you should really look into.
I saw you doing it.
Yeah, it's just like it's like going to a karaoke bar. Like, it really is, and it's as easy as like that. And if you're like, I don't know how to operate anything or use anything, like, it's really it's the easiest to set up, like, actual working karaoke internet thing that you can broadcast. And the crazy thing is like, you don't even have to broadcast it. You can set up like a private party and you can invite like your friends, and we can have like a birthday karaoke party. And the way it works is like, we're all hanging out like this, like in a voice chat or like in a video chat thing, all on the bottom, and then next person goes up, and then everyone watches that person perform, and then they come back down, and everyone makes fun of or laughs at or whatever, and then the next person goes up, and it's basically like the closest you can get to a karaoke hangout. Like,
Dude, dynamic banter karaoke night?
dude, abso-fucking-lutely.
$75 a head.
You guys gonna pay that shit? And here's the deal.
8-drink minimum.
Here's what it is. $75 is the VIP package. You get to join into the karaoke queue. So Mike and I and our friends, whoever wants to join in, will be there. We could bring in dynamic banter favorites like Malcolm Barrett, and maybe we can get Nick Hamilton in here. Chelsea Dunaway might be cool to invite because she's a singer and she does.
We'll force Ryan to sing.
We'll force Ryan to sing. Yeah, you pay $75. You're in the VIP. You're in the circulation. You get to sing. And what else can we throw in there? Oh, we'll throw in a whole bucket of from Mike and I that we combined together.
It's a little something me and Steve been working on for a month and a half.
Here's mine.
old
Let's
bucket.
see Mike's. Now check this out. Look how full mine is.
The bucket just has your name and address and Sharpie written on it and a stamp.
Oh, God. They just like pop the top onto the thing and try to...
No top.
Oh, no top?
No top. It has to get all the way to where it's going.
Oh, no.
Like Jack and Jill situation.
I think we'd go to prison for that.
I think that's the number one thing people go to prison for.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know if anyone's gone to prison for that specifically, but I think that we would go to prison for doing that.
Dude, sometimes I want to tell. We definitely need to do a live dynamic banter, like
Something.
just live show.
Yeah.
Where like I think Tom Segura and his podcast, Your Mom's House, they did like an uncensored, like everything they just couldn't say, whatever. Because I have a bunch of stories that I even want to tell right now that I feel like I can't tell because my dad loves this show so much and I would never want to disappoint him so much. Even though he knows that I'm very capable of disappointing him so much, I think he also knows that I've done my best. But if
I
we could have a
I don't think
situation,
you are capable of disappointing him. I really don't.
if I haven't already with some of the stuff that I've
Then you're not gonna
done, then it's impossible. And I'm very lucky for that.
For sure.
But I would love to have, we keep talking about it. So we gotta do that. Oh, you back on that iced coffee, baby?
This is diarrhea poop that I collected from a dog across the street. No, yeah, it's an oatmeal coffee drink.
Oatmeal coffee?
Yeah, it's like oat
milk?
oat milk. That's it. Oat milk.
Yeah.
Oat milk.
Oat milk's nice. Dude, when you drink these, it's a very LA thing to come out here and be like, I eat avocado toast and fucking have milk that come from different things that aren't cows.
Yeah.
But then when you drink that stuff for a while, especially if you haven't, I'll keep it here. My situation was I used to drink like glasses of milk when we were little because there were
Sure.
cartoons that were like,
Drink your milk.
you can have sex with hot people if you drink milk. Essentially is what it was.
Your bones won't crumble into dust when you turn 30 if you drink milk.
Yes, that's how they scared us into drinking from cows' teats.
For real.
So I did that for a long time. Even like in school, I would bring a thermos with like ice and milk in it, and you drink milk at school or whatever. And then I didn't drink it for many, many years. And then I moved out here and I was like, I miss cereal. So I had almond milk because I have almond milk in my coffee sometimes. And it was like, if it's cold and it kind of looks like milk, it's fine.
Yeah.
To me. And I really don't taste the difference because it's not like I was drinking whole milk yesterday and now I'm drinking a glass of almond milk. It's not really like that.
Dude,
but everybody talks so much shit. And I'm like, I'm the first person to talk shit if it tastes weird, but I don't really get it. I love the almond milk. I love oat milk. I don't really taste the difference.
I don't taste the difference at all. Like the only difference is that there are some like soy milks or oat milks or almond milks or whatever that have like a little bit of vanilla, like a little sweet vanilla.
Oh yeah, they sweeten it
just a little bit, and it's not like creamer or anything. It's not like the sweetest treat, but there's like a little bit of sweetness.
My favorite Killer song.
But yeah, there's a little bit of sweetness, and that's like a bonus to me. But I agree with you, man. There are people who are like really weirdly picky about like 2% and non-fat and no fat. Like there are people that are very picky about their milk.
Yeah.
And it's really interesting to me. Yeah, like I'm with you, man. I like sometimes the regular milk just straight up gives me diarrhea.
Yeah, I mean that's a lot of people. And I think that you develop that over time too. Like I have developed a lactose intolerance, and I'm a kiss fingers Italia. So it's not like I'm gonna stop drinking cheese. I don't care if I'm throwing blood up out of my eyes. Yeah. I'll never stop eating cheese, but I will stop drinking milk.
Yeah.
Even like ice cream sometimes will fuck me up, but I'm all down with the ice cream substitutes.
And I think you're right about it, about you developing like an intolerance. Cause I'm like you, dude. I'm a child of the 80s and 90s, and those fucking commercials of drinking milk were such a fucking ingrained thing in my head. Everything was about drinking milk. It was good for your bones and shit. And it made me drink milk like a fucking maniac. I drank milk. Yeah. Like you go to the kitchen with a fucking empty glass and you pour your goddamn big thick ass cow milk. Yeah. And you just gulp that shit down like it's quenching your thirst or some shit.
And that's the only way you could win a radio contest.
Yeah. It's kind of gross, man. You're just chugging this cow's mama milk.
That's the thing that fucked me up is like, as a little kid, obviously everything's like cartoonish. Cows are like, those are the cartoon things we get milk out of.
They got the bell and they're cute and they're happy to give us their milk. They want to give us their milk.
They actually, when the farmer comes in, they're like, come over here and take my milk.
Yeah.
And that's all. I don't care how you feel about that. I really have no strong stance, but just for me as a person, it weirded me out as I became an adult, thinking about like I'm drinking like this cow's genetic material that was designed to fatten up its kids. And like, why am I drinking that? And I know that you can make beautiful things from it, and that sometimes you put it in cake and it makes cake better. And I get it. And I swear to God, don't direct any of your angry things to me, because I fucking swear I don't care what you do.
Wait, let me do a
swear to
thing.
God.
I want to do a thing really quick. Hang on. Let me see if I can find a good track here. Hang on.
Let's start the podcast.
Let's start the podcast. That's not it.
Hey, if you want to drink milk, that's your prerogative.
No, that's not it either. I don't want any of this Western shit. Hold on.
Setting up a duel with a cow.
At high noon, you better get your hide out here.
I'm gonna make a rug out of here.
Okay, let's try this. Here at Bristol Farms, I love to give you my milk. It's the freshest and most wonderful grade A non-pasteurized or pasteurized. I don't know which one it is, but I'll tell you what, I'm a cow and I'm so happy to give you my milk. Come take my milk. My milk will go to waste if you don't come and get my milk.
I want to come take my milk.
Please come take my milk.
Come take my milk.
Come to Bristol Farms. Yeah, Bristol Farms. Come take my milk.
Dude, you remember when you were a kid and every kid of the 80s and early 90s had that toy farm? The little people.
Yeah.
And you open up the door, and when you open up the door, it goes, take my milk.
I've just got too much milk. I'm over here making milk day and night because it's what I love to do.
I was born to make milk for human beings.
I was born and bred in a magical land where I roamed free with my brothers and sisters, and I was taken by the U.S. government so that I could make milk for you. Every day of my life until I die. Come get my milk.
Even after I die, put me between bread.
Then they'll breed me with other cows that I don't even know so that my babies can grow up and give you milk. You'll never run out of milk. My family was born to give you milk.
And they zoom in on the cow, and the cow's just like this. Dude, it'd be so funny if you took a bunch of ground beef that you make hamburger patties out of, and you squished it and milk came out. Take it. Take it any way you can.
I make 4,000 liters of milk a day. What am I gonna do with all this milk?
Sometimes my calves come up and they try to suck a lot of my teat, and I say, hey, that's human's milk.
That milk belongs to the people of the United States, who I proudly give my milk to.
That milk is spoken for, little calf.
Sorry, babies. That milk's spoken
Sorry,
for.
babies.
Sorry, children.
And it might seem like we're very judgy right now, but
No, it's just
I
funny
can't
to
speak
think
for both of us, but I truly don't care.
I mean,
what you do.
yeah. I mean, here's the thing. Like, it's like we live in the United States, and the United States isn't the only place where things like this go on. But we, at this point, I do my best to not, to lower the carbon footprint a little bit, and
I fuck a cow every day.
I go and take a cow's milk every day because when I was a kid, I learned cows were bred to give their milk and nothing else. It's a milk machine from God. But
Dude, we probably. Oh, sorry.
No. I was just gonna say that, like, it's kind of ridiculous to me how like, I mean, the joke we're making is not too far off from like how it was actually shown to us.
Yeah.
So we're kind of just hearkening back to a time where when we were kids and we were like, yay, the cow's so, look at that big smile on that cow's face when the farmer just grabs her udders and squeezes the milk out. That's a big.
Well, it's not supposed to be. If they do it like by hand and don't hook them up to one of those weirdo machines, I don't think it bothers them too much. Also, I don't think they really know what's happening, which is like, should you take advantage of someone who doesn't know what's happening?
Here at
But
Bristol
also, it's not
Farms,
someone.
here at Bristol Farms, I don't mind the machines.
The nice humans drew a smiley face on some of the machines, so now I'm comfortable in it taking from me.
Here's the orientation video for young calves entering the Bristol Farms milk production studio
The
facility.
orientation video.
When you're first hooked up to the machine, oops, it's a little cold and it hurts a lot. Footage of children drinking milk. Happy.
Milk mustache on an attractive woman.
Got milk ads from the 90s.
Little leaguer drinking milk growing up to be Sammy Sosa.
Now you're gonna get a short countdown, and once it hits 3, that machine's gonna suck you dry for about 17 hours a day. Whee! Oh God.
Jesus. I probably shouldn't talk about this on the podcast, but I buy up all the gallons of milk, whole milk, from Ralph's Pavilions. Then I'll put on a ski mask and a black cat burglar outfit. And I'll go into a farm and I'll feed back the cow.
You gotta give it back.
Funnel it back into their mouths.
Yeah. Give it back
And then
to the
that
cow.
way, it's kind of like recycling in that way.
Yeah.
Yeah. I say. Once it's all pasteurized and humans have put it through a process, I'll go feed it back to the cow.
You can also feed it to the baby cows.
You could. I don't, because
If you give it back to the mom, then the next milk will be better.
Fingers crossed. I call it double milk.
Ooh, you got double milk.
Really gross.
Dude, I really want to talk about a few things, but one of them is Action Park.
Okay.
Can we just talk about Action Park? Who came in the room?
Yes.
Was it Zoya?
Ask me if I saw it.
Have you seen Action Park, Mike?
No, but I did see the trailer on Twitter 8 times.
So here's the thing. I want to tell the story about how we got to the point where... Well, hold on. This is a good story. I just want to start from the beginning here.
Uh-huh.
So there's a documentary on HBO Max, and it's called Class Action Park.
Great title. Greatest documentary title in the past 5 years.
It's so good. And it's basically about a theme park in New Jersey, in the East Coast. You know, the East Coast, New Jersey. And
The East Coast, New Jersey.
like in the 90s, like early 90s, all the way to like maybe the
96 or 97.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
it was like opened, like you watch the documentary, you should go watch it. But basically it was a theme park, a water park that was literally ran by teenagers. Teenagers were in charge of the theme park. Some like weird investment mogul guy thought that Florida was going to be the destination for, or not Florida, sorry, New Jersey was going to be the destination for theme parks and stuff in the future. And so, and there was all this land, so they like bulldozed this land and built a water park. And then he hired like all these fucking 19-year-old, 16-year-old kids to run the place, and all the slides and stuff were designed poorly, and a lot of people got hurt, and it was really dangerous, and but so popular. And so it's a great documentary. You should check it out. So one night I'm playing Fall Guys with my pals, and Mike Falzone is there, and
Mike Falzone has snuck in with my pals.
Somehow got into this game where I'm playing with my pals, and I started to talk about it with the boys, and I was like, Mike, have you heard of this place? And you were like, no, I don't think so. And then like a few minutes later, you were like, oh, wait a minute, is it a water park? And I was like, yeah, it's water slides and shit. And then you just started busting up laughing because I just got done talking about the documentary to everybody, and Mike was like, maybe semi-listening, but as soon as we connected the dots, basically Mike said, oh, I went there all the time.
Yes. And since then, and I looked it up to make sure it was the place, and I think the last thing I saw was that it closed in 1996.
Mm-hmm.
So I was trying to put the pieces together as to where exactly I was. And if it's the place I'm thinking about in the timeline that I'm thinking about, I was at least there twice.
That's insane.
It's
fact
insane.
That you went there at all. And this documentary was like, man, all I could think of was like, there's no world where I'm going to that place. Like I would have never gone.
You had a different upbringing because you were a Southern California kid.
Mm-hmm.
So not only were all of your beaches great and you were so close to like the world famous Disneyland, you had all these theme parks. And in the Northeast, like we would go to the shore, we'd go to the Jersey Shore because it was a beach. The beach fucking sucks. And all the Connecticut beaches suck. They're pretty to look at, but it's all just like, there's no sand. It's just like rocks and everything is like cold as fuck. Right. We're swimming in like the Long Island Sound and stuff. And the nearest theme park, there was one in Bristol, Connecticut, which was fine. And then we had a Six Flags New England in Massachusetts, which was fine. But everything was further away for us than it was for you guys.
Yeah.
So whenever something like this, something Disneyland or world-ish would open up, like all the summer camps would plan their like field trips around that kind of stuff.
Right.
So the way a summer camp schedule would look, it would be, July and August, we would be in like a day summer camp, not like a sleepaway camp, but we would go there while our parents were working. And usually every Friday or every other Friday would be a field trip to somewhere like that. We went to New Jersey with this camp. We went to, the Six Flags, and then we would go to Bristol. That's how I found out about all these places. Because my parents weren't like theme park people.
Right,
my dad's not a ride person. My mom could care less. And but we would go with these summer camps. And it was insane. I was so young that I didn't know it was crazy. I just knew we were having the most fun.
Yeah.
And I always thought that a theme park was a place with like minimal rules.
Yeah, of course.
Because it was a theme park. You go in there and you're safe because there's people who work there.
Someone will protect you. Someone will be there to save you. There's lifeguards, whatever. There's no way they'd be able to open a place like that unless it was safe. Is probably what you're thinking when you're a kid.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yes. Because you're like, think of all the other places adults open up.
Right.
Like the Pepe's Pizza is pretty safe.
McDonald's is safe.
No one ever has gotten hurt in a McDonald's. So I think the thing that sticks out in my head visually the most is that when you would go down these water slides, you were on like a yoga mat. And I never forgot that. And I thought it was weird that other theme parks wouldn't have that. You go down the slide like this or whatever, or just on your butt or in a tube. And I remember thinking the tubes were cool, but that's also fucking crazy dangerous because it's not like the tube or the mat is on a track. The tube or the mat is made out of plastic, and it is the sole purpose of it is to have you go as fast as humanly possible into a place where you might drown afterwards because you're going 50 miles an hour into a 3-foot pool.
Well, the thing is like so many people went there. Like it was like totally the only thing around for miles for a lot of people. Yeah. And the summers would get pretty awful in New Jersey. So it's perfect, obviously why the fuck wouldn't you want to do that? I
mean, in the Northeast, you have like 3 months tops where you could have like water fun and pool fun before it's too cold to do all that
Right,
shit.
right. Exactly. And like, and they played these commercials where it made it look like the greatest place in the world, because it's like there's race cars and like tanks and fucking slides and swings that you can go into the water and guns. But it was like, the documentary is so fascinating, but it was such a trip to like watch the documentary, learn about people that died there and got like hurt for the rest of their lives there, and the terrible shit that went on kind of behind the scenes, and all the weird business practices and sketchy like illegal stuff. It's like a really fascinating thing. But after seeing all of that and then hearing that you went there, it was like, holy shit, what a trip. Because like,
I think my t-shirt to cover up my boobs saved me from a lot of the injuries.
It was padding against the really sharp rocks that you could
I was wearing a sweater the whole time.
Yeah. That's what I would have been wearing too.
My insecurity actually saved me a couple times.
But
no one talks about that. Everybody talks about overcoming their shit.
Right.
Stay safe.
But the kids that like went there, or the kids that worked there, would tell stories about how like there was like a shed like on the property that was like the place where they kept their backpacks and their shit, and they basically would go there like in between shifts and get completely plastered and high out of their minds, and then they go back to work being lifeguards for children and adults and shit. And totally they'd have sex in there, and they'd do all sorts of deviant behavioral things. And there's even footage of like these parties. Oh, and then they would have parties there, like
fuck shed parties.
Like, yeah, they would close the park down, and then all the employees would have a party in the park, and basically it was double no rules, like imagine that. Like the rules that were already there that many people got hurt and several people died because of are now lifted, and these teenagers are drunk and high and on drugs and shit, just like fucking around in an already dangerous theme park.
Like if you were a patron of the park, you had high teenagers watching you.
Yes, exactly.
If you were a high teenager trying to have a party in the park, you have God watching you. And God sometimes takes people from this earth. But if you drink milk, that will literally never happen.
Do you believe in the power of a curse?
Of milk.
But like, it just tripped me out that like you went there. But you guys, you totally have to see it, man. You have to see it right away.
I would love to. I'll see it this week. Zoya's going away this weekend.
Don't cry, dude. Don't cry.
Zoya's going away.
It's gonna be fine
this weekend.
Dude, think about all the weird porn and weird masturbating you're gonna be doing while she's gone.
The only difference is you put porn on the biggest screen in the house.
Yes, exactly. That is the only
and then because I'm so in love, I'll cut out a picture of Zoya's head and I'll put it on all the actors, the male and female actors.
Just right on the TV. Just stick a sticker photo of Zoya.
A lot of the time is I'll put it over their privates as well.
And it might line up, but it might not.
It normally doesn't.
But you see her up there, which is very nice.
And that's what's important. Just drinking a big glass of milk and masturbating all weekend onto the porn on the biggest screens in my house.
That's a fun thing to suggest to your lovers. Like where you're like, look, I watch porn. A lot of people watch porn. These days it's weird if you don't watch. It's weirder to not watch porn. So just get it right out of the way when you start a relationship with someone, and just go like, look, I'm going to watch porn. And so, we're not always going to align with our desires and our wants.
With our search criteria. So here's what's going to happen.
I'm going to masturbate all the time to porn, but when I do it, there will always be a photo of you next to whatever I'm looking at.
People come over like, why is there a painted portrait of you guys above your TV? In a space where it doesn't look like it fits. Well, that's our rule.
Why? How come when I sat down on your toilet, directly like a foot in front of me is a picture of your girlfriend. It's the
You masturbate
weirdest.
on the toilet? Answer this question.
Answer the question, man. What do? You get up and turn around real quick and throw some ropes into the toilet?
Do you flush and come into a black hole?
Like, are you just dumping ropes in the toilet, dude?
Are you dumping ropes, bruh?
Hey, you dumping ropes in there?
Dude, one of the craziest, I told you about this already, but one of the craziest water park memories I have is that I think we did this there at the Action Park place, but we also did it anywhere there was a water park. Six Flags had a water park, like Quasi Amusement Park had a water park.
Bless you.
And thank you. A lot of people out there selling Quasi, and we want to say a special thank you to all of that. But Quasi Amusement Park, and they all had these water parks, and they all had what we called like a Swiss Family Robinson ride, which is like double wide slide, and 5 or 6 of you are in this, tube, like
an inner tube, like a
like
raft.
a rescue boat.
Yeah.
Raft. Yep. And my friend Dan, one day, childhood friend Dan, we were both counselors at this camp, and we would sneak kids into the water park. So it would be like me, Dan, and 1 or 2 of like our favorite like cool kids who earned the right to sneak into this water park.
Yeah, you guys can hang. They were the dancers trying to be funny on the dance floor.
We were their influencers.
Right.
And then we would say, and it would be like, so the raft would be me, Dan, 2 of our favorite kids, and like 2 strangers. And then they push you off.
Always
right?
great when
And
there's
normally-
strangers involved.
Yeah, that's what makes it funny. So then you turn a corner and you're immediately out of the sight of whoever's supervising the ride.
Right.
So Dan would be like, watch this. And he would grab on to you usually had like 2 straps by your sides. He'd grab onto the straps and fall out of the back of the thing and hang on to the strap and like go fucking crazy.
Like on his
inflatable
back?
arm.
Like laying
On his back, on his stomach. Dude, you roll all around. It doesn't matter. And he's screaming. And then we would both do it. And it would be kind of like you would see who could hold on the longest. And we would always get in trouble because the raft would come down and there were
damn.
5 of us, but now there's only 4. Like, what the fuck would happen to the other person? And then you hear, I must have fallen out.
Good thing I grabbed on, Good thing I was holding onto the ropes.
And then the strangers would be like, they didn't fall out. Okay. They flipped out. They flipped out and they were kick fighting. And my kid is here. Dude, there was one time I remember Dan flipping back in because that was another skill. If you get halfway through, if you can get back into the ride.
Right.
And he was like a lanky dude.
Right.
And I remember him somersaulting in and kicking this kid in the chest. This poor kid who was just like, okay, well, this is a new experience for me. I wonder what this ride is like.
Oh,
Probably
man.
like had a nervous conversation with his mom. Like his mom's just like, oh, just stay in the ride and it'll be great. You go in with the older kids. Like the mom giving him a little bit of
Be
freedom for the
safe,
first
don't-
time in
yeah.
his life. Okay, go with the older. Mom will be right here when you get out. Next thing is, it's like fucking like PCU when Jeremy Piven is like, go to sleep. Go to sleep. But we were maniacs and we were in charge of children. So super easy in like mid 90s to late 90s to just adults thought it was cool to leave kids in charge of other kids.
And that's fine.
Meanwhile, we're just trying to make money so we could drink during the summer.
Let's do our ads.
Do the boob, get in the tub, put a raft in the tub.
Love that one. Okay.
Take the air out the raft. Now it's just a blanket. It's a rubber blanket and you get in the tub.
All right, let's see if this music's good for the ads. Oh no, this is like, oh, here we go. How about this?
Dave Matthews.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the ad portion of the show. Take off your shoes if you want, maybe. Get comfortable. Not if you're driving. Keep your shoes on. That's weird. We're getting comfy because now we're going to serenade you with some goddamn advertisements. Helps the show, helps your boys, keeps your boys putting bread on the table for their families.
You know how our families love bread.
Love bread and milk.
Dip your bread in the milk.
Let's talk about Stamps.com really quick, guys. Stamps.com is a proud sponsor of the Dynamic Banter program. My mom uses Stamps.com, and she talks to me about the experience, and she also used our code, which I'll get to in a second.
Nice. Is your mom gonna send us tamales this year through the mail?
I really hope so, Mommy. If you're listening to this right now, which you probably are, you listen to all of the things I make, like a sweetie. Mommy, please, ma'am, let's have my tamales for Christmas.
Mommy, please.
Mommy, please.
Do you have a sweet tooth?
So
Good question.
That's a great. I mean,
Very, very timely question.
So Stamps.com is great, man. Stamps, they totally help you send things in the mail, like if you're a small business or if you're just trying to send things to your family during these tough times, and you don't have to go to the post office. Dang it. That's so crazy important right now when we shouldn't be leaving our homes. We should be staying home as much as we possibly can, including when we want to send our family or loved ones some kind of package, or if you're trying to continue your business. Nice brushes, Tony. You hear that? Brush my hair with it once we're done, baby.
It's a horse brush.
It is a horse brush. Listen to that.
That's a boar's hair horse brush.
I went to Hawaii and I killed my own boar and made this brush.
I gave it to Tony.
And I gave it to Tony. I said, Tony, I made this brush from a boar that I named Tony and then promptly murdered. Guys, Stamps.com is really just a great place to go to figure out how you're going to continue sending things online, creating things, and delivering them to businesses and your friends or families and such. Very, very, very easy to use. And you can print postage. You can print postage straight from home on demand. Avoid going to the post office. And you'll save money with discounted rates you can't even get over there. And Stamps.com also offers UPS services with discounts up to 62%. And no residential surcharges, guys. Stamps.com brings all the mailing and shipping services you need right to your computer in the comfort of your own home or office. You just use your computer to print out that postage 24/7 for any kind of letter, any kind of package, any class of mail, anywhere you want to send. And once your mail is ready, you just leave it for your regular mail carrier. You can schedule a pickup, or you can drop it in a mailbox. It's that simple. Okay? And you get great discounts at Stamps.com as well, like 5 cents off every stamp and up to 62% off USPS and UPS shipping rates. They got you covered, guys. Stamps.com is a no-brainer, saving you time and money. So, our listeners are going to get a special offer. Well, it's not a free special offer. It's a free special offer, but it's not a free
to listen
offer.
to us talk about the offer.
It is a free offer to hear. That includes a 4-week trial, plus free postage, and a free digital scale.
Oh, hell yeah.
Without any long-term commitment, guys. Ooh, there ain't none with the long-term commitment. Pterodactyl. 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 We'll deliver your mail, That's the Stamps.com promise. It's the Stamps.com promise. It's the Stamps.com promise. Anyway, let's wrap this one up, guys. We got some more ads. So, Stamps.com. Go to Stamps.com, click on the microphone at the top of the homepage, and type in Banter. That's Stamps.com, enter Banter. Helps the show out, helps you out, helps everybody out. Let's be honest about that. Tell them Dynamic Banter sent you, will you, with that code Banter. All right, thank you, Stamps. What's going on?
Can you see me all right?
You didn't make love to that. You didn't make love to that. That ring light. Making love to a ring light. Making love to a ring light is what you can do. Stick your head in a ring light and get a tan. There's a pterodactyl coming to give you your mail. Don't be afraid of the dinosaur. All right, let's talk about where we at now. Cross rope. Guys, cross rope. What a cool gadget the cross rope is.
Cross rope!
And I call it a gadget. Thank you, Mike. Mike gets excited about cross rope.
I want to throw a cross rope!
Guys, throwing cross rope is about the easiest thing you can do, and it will help you stay fit while we're stuck in our homes where we should be. And it's very easy to get a really cool cross rope jump rope that are weighted and cool looking and like futuristic.
Yeah,
and
makes you feel good, dude. I'll say this for as long as we have the ad.
Please.
It's the quickest I've ever felt like I've had a total body workout.
Right.
You forget, man. When was the last time you jumped rope? When you were a little kid in PE class or something like that?
And
But
you
as
know
an
it was
adult,
fun. It was so easy to do. Anybody
Yeah.
can jump a rope.
You don't really feel your muscles when you're a lead kid because you're always running around banging into shit. But when you're an adult and you know what it's like to work out and to feel like your muscles have made some progress, that happens so fast doing this jump rope thing. And then once you get used to that, you put the weighted ropes on, super easy to change out the handles with the weighted ropes. And it's a really good, very quick, full body workout. If you're one of those people who's like, I will commit 15 minutes a day to working out or 15 minutes every other day. You could do that with these things. There's a fucking app that you can download to track your progress, compete with your friends and yourself to do it on a regular basis. And everyone knows, dude, eating right is one thing. Super important to just not eat crap. Don't eat late. But once you get the discipline for that, and you're like, now I want to take it to the next level. I want to really see a difference. I want my friends and family or potential mates to see a difference. You start incorporating these little exercises that are not very time consuming, and I swear to God, you'll see a difference.
Mike's right.
Thank you. Happy to be here.
And if you're eyeballing that super expensive workout equipment, you see everybody getting big expensive bikes with TV screens on them and shit. You don't need that shit. You don't need it. It's a fad. What is something that has lasted time? Since the beginning of time, men and women were jumping rope. Does he?
Think of all the important things that have happened in history. There was someone jumping rope so close to that thing.
Yeah. So here's the deal, guys. We can talk about cross rope all day because it's great, but we can't because we have shit to do today. And we have another ad. So here's the deal. Cross ropes improved jump roping experience because here's the deal. We talked about jump roping when you were a kid and that was fun.
Yes.
But now it's the most efficient cardio workout, but even better because they're adjustable weighted ropes. And full body strength training to high intensity cardio. You can get your heart rate up while working your core, back, shoulders, arms, glutes, and more, just like Mike was saying. It's a full damn workout, no fluff, just a fun, effective workout anyone can do, and it's affordable. It's good. And there's a bunch of different options. You can get, there's the weighted ropes that are easier for beginners, and then there's the double steel. All of them are durable steel ropes with ergonomic handles and stuff. But there's another level of strength training. The weight goes up on the ropes, guys.
But they're not like when you think of steel, whatever. They're not like they don't give you a metal rope.
No.
Very it's like coated in this plastic. It's very nice. It's not going to fuck up your floors or your.
It's like what the future, like if someone was like, think about like in the 90s, if someone was like, think about a jump rope, what jump ropes will look like 20 years from now.
Yes.
And whatever you were thinking is what it is, and it looks great.
You know how they used to be beads? Well, it's not like that anymore.
Get those beads out of here. So are you guys ready for a new full cardio, full body home workout? I am. I want to squat. Oops.
I'm not here to stop you.
Right now, you can get $40 off the Get Fit bundle, which has the 2 different sizes of the ropes and such. You can check it out. Plus free shipping at crossrope.com/banter. Guys, get more active. You know you want to. Try it out.
You've been sitting on your thick ass.
There's a 60-day risk-free money-back guarantee. So if in 60 days you try this damn thing, you don't like it, you can talk to them about it, and they'll give you your money back.
Just talk to them about it.
But you're not going to want that because it's a good workout, and you could do it at home, and that's very important. So check out crossrope.com/banter. That's crossrope.com/banter. BANTER. Thank you, guys. Thank you, Crossrope. Thank you. Okay, guys, and now, last but very not least, man, I want to talk to you guys about Bubs Naturals. It's a new...
Oh, cool, man.
Yeah, they're a new sponsor. And I got on a phone call with like the co-CEO or unfortunately, if you're hearing this, I'm sorry that I didn't remember exactly what your title was, but he was a very nice gentleman from Bubs who told me about the Bubs story. And then we talked about the ad read and all that stuff, and just normal stuff you talk about when you jump on an onboarding ad call. And this is kind of one of those things where like normally it would be maybe not a sponsor we would do because it's something that you like ingest into your body, and we're very careful about suggesting things that you put into your bodies because, we've built some trust with our audience and you guys love us and we love you, and it's a very ecosystem, cyclical fun thing we have here. So we wouldn't give you guys things that we didn't try ourselves and and enjoy. And after talking to the gentleman on the phone from Bubs, I'm like super convinced that this is like a pretty cool thing. And also I talked to Alana a lot about it because she's kind of into the whole nutritional supplemental world, and her mom is a chiropractor, nutritionist, and she knows a ton of stuff about all these types of things. And I also went through them and was like, hey, we're thinking about doing a supplement ad on Dynamic Banter. Can you check out this company and tell me what you think? And everybody was like, thumbs up. This is great. This is like good stuff. There's nothing bad here. There can't be any like bad side effects or anything like that. I mean, right. I'm not a doctor. I can't tell you for sure. Everybody's body's different. But for the most part, Mike and I have both tried Bubs.
I've been having it every morning since. I've been having a scoop of the I forget what it's called, some kind of coconut extract that works as like it's kind of like it gives you a lot of good stuff, but it works as like a hunger suppress it.
Yeah.
And I've been doing like an intermittent fasting thing where there's this window of time where I don't eat, and waking up and drinking a cup of coffee with the stuff in it. I don't feel like I'm not struggling. I'm an overeater anyway. And I wanted
Preach.
to curb that because it feels good. Yeah, stuff tastes good and you want to eat it when you feel bad and it makes you feel better. My dad had it. Dude, we're all in our family. We're all comfort eaters.
Oh yeah, I mean you're a chef's kiss Italiano, and as
we're a kissing fingers, mustache Italian.
And I'll tell you what, as a Mexican American gentleman and a Mexican households all about food and cooking, we're also overeaters, and we don't know the benefits of, and I speak for all Mexican people when I say this, we don't know the benefits of certain supplemental things in your life. Because here's the deal, guys. The food we eat is not always going to give us the nutrients and things that we need to like be a human and be the best human you could possibly be. So with Bubs, they basically kind of deal with collagen, and collagen is, if you guys don't know, the single most abundant protein in your body. It holds everything together, like your bones, your muscles, your tendons, and
perfect attendance,
hair, skin, and nails, and even your GI tract. I know, buddy, you lost your GI tract a long time ago.
They ripped it out of your nose.
They ripped it through your nose in a ceremony. That's. I'm sorry. I will do more research on it, and next time we'll talk about your people in a way that isn't stereotypical.
Please come back.
And here's the deal: once you hit your mid-20s, your collagen production just slows. Signs of aging like lines and wrinkles and decreased mobility and slower recovery. It all stems from less collagen in your body. This is just science. And if you follow the standard or even the above standard American diet, you're probably not getting as much collagen as your body needs to replenish. So what do? Well, here's the deal. If you don't want to look and feel younger and recover faster from injuries and things, illnesses, and work out harder, then there's nothing to worry about. Keep on going about your thing. But for anyone that doesn't really want to fast track the aging process, Bubs Naturals is totally the way to go. Like we said, Mike and I have been using it. I actually have it in my coffee right now. I mix it in. It tastes like whatever you put it in. It doesn't have much of a flavor. And it's kind of like
you could put it in water.
I actually put it in black iced tea the other day, and it made it kind of like the specific powder that I put into it, because there's several different things that they have at Bubs Naturals that we'll talk about in a second. But
black iced tea, of course, with Christina Ricci.
That's the one. And I mixed it in, and it kind of made it like a British creamy tea, and it was very good. There's they
give you the frother thing too.
Yeah,
they give you that,
there's a bundle you can get that comes with one of those. I've seen them, but I've never used them.
It's like a hand blender.
It's like a hand blender. Yeah, it's like, you've seen it. It's like a little handle and then like a tiny metal rod with like a coil at the top of like wire all wrapped around a thing. And then you stick it in your drinks and it just mixes it up real good. And I've been using it now for everything. So thank you for that, Bubs. But thanks, Bubs.
Everything I have is frothy now.
But anyway, I was talking to this guy from Bubs, and he was like, I was getting older, and my wife was like, try taking collagen, and he didn't believe that it would really do anything. And, I'm paraphrasing his story, by the way, but I'm giving you the bullet points. And essentially he said he had like knee joint pain, and, as you get older, things happen to your hair that sucks and things like that. And he said he started taking collagen on a regular basis, and his like joint pain went away, and his hair started to look thicker and nicer, and all of that stuff. And then he stopped because he was like one of those guys that's like, I don't know if this shit works, and I don't know if it's gonna work, and hey, it worked, so maybe I can stop now. And so he stopped, and he said the joint pain came back, and he felt his hair kind of feel shitty again, and he just didn't feel so great. And then he started taking collagen again, and then he was like, holy shit, this actually works. This is crazy. And, he was like, try it and write down your results and give it a shot. And, you'll notice that the production of things like, stronger hair and nails and things like that will be noticeable. So, I'm still in the middle of it. I'm still drinking it. I'm not drinking it as frequently as Mike is, which is a mistake. I should be drinking it every day, but yeah, I can't wait to reap the benefits of having more collagen in my body, because I don't want to get old and have my joints all hurt and shit and look like an old man.
You want to feel how you perceive yourself.
Yes.
Like our minds are stupid and young and playful, and we want our bodies to be able to keep up with that.
Exactly. And if you are the types that are concerned about, what this whole thing is and what's in it and all of these things, well, it's 100% sustainably sourced, grass-fed, pasture-raised peptides, and it's Whole30 approved, NSF certified for sport. In fact, I think they're the official collagen supplement for like a bunch of major sports teams. I couldn't remember which ones off the top of my head, but they're certified for a bunch of. I lost the meeting for some reason. Did I have an internet poop? Hang on, my video went away. Mike, we'll come back in a second. We'll get back to this ad. Everything's gonna be fine. While it does that, though, there's no flavors, no fillers or impurities, nothing. It's just kind of, I don't know. It doesn't taste like anything that feels, it doesn't taste like a bad thing. It tastes like a good thing. And that's great. Let me fix this dang Zoom thing. What a terrible time for us to have a problem. Let's see. How do I fix it? I guess I'm going to have to close Zoom. All right, let's leave the meeting. We'll go back. This sucks. We'll be right back. Sorry about this difficulty, you guys. I'll just finish out the ad and then we'll figure it out. And 10% of every Bubs Natural sale goes to charity, guys. So you'll feel great while doing good, okay? So, and some other things about collagen. They've shown to promote vitality, improve recovery, and facilitate faster healing. Your joints will thank you. Your body will thank you. Bubs collagen has more nitrogen than other proteins like whey, giving muscles better fuel for intense training. So get 20% off your first order of Bubs when you use the promo code BANTER at bubsnaturals.com. That's 20% off with promo code BANTER at bubsnaturals.com. That's bubsnaturals.com. Promo code BANTER for 20% off. Check it out, guys. It's good stuff. All right, let's try to get Mike back in here. All right, hang on. Let me call the boy. Hi, Mike.
Did you freeze over there?
Yeah, I froze and I'm restarting my Zoom.
Okay.
So we'll be right back. So anyway, but the show is still going. I finished the Bubs ad.
Okay. Nice.
And everything's fine. Everything's fine, Mike. Are you fine? How are you?
I can't wait to see you again. I was just making sure that you were all right. I'm having a great day.
Great. I love that you're having a great day and you're fine. And for some reason, my Zoom is just not starting. So I'm gonna stop the recording of the video now. So Ryan will have to adjust for that. Man, this is the first time we're using Zoom in a while on the show.
Yeah.
And I had a really great time with it when I was doing first time show. The last time I did first time show, because everybody was able to hear the clips and music and stuff. And I really hated that Mike couldn't hear a lot of the clips and things that I've been playing. And that really bummed me out and made me sad and scared. And I didn't.
And I hate when you feel like that.
Thank you, Mike. I also hate when I feel like that. And I'm trying to figure out why Zoom is now just crashed. Okay, there we go. Okay, now reopen Zoom. I was gonna say we should do some history roads.
Sure.
Does that sound good?
Yeah, it sounds great.
All right. Well, once we get through this fucking broken shit, you know what? Let's pause the show for a second.
Okay.
Can you do that, Mike? Can you handle a pause really quick?
It doesn't mean anything for me over here.
Okay, great. We're gonna pause the show and we'll be right back. All right. And slap it. We're back. We fixed it. We fixed it, Mike. I fixed it. Fuck this shit.
You fixed it.
All right, I gotta get out of here, so we're gonna do one quick history road, and then we're gonna say goodbye. So here we go.
Found out long ago. It's a long way down the history road.
History ropes.
History road. History road.
Fucking favorite part at the end. So weird. Hold on, I'm getting a call from Minneapolis.
You better get it. It might be the president. Albert Cole sends an email, a history road, saying, "Hello, Mark and Steve.
Strike one.
I experienced the most unlikely DB-related occurrence. I was playing an obscure online game that has a chat feature, highly detailed description, and one of the other players was called Smoking Bong. I typed into chat, 'Smoking Bong is my favorite stoner western.' He thought I meant a literal stoner western that had the same name. Total whiff. But then this happened in chat. Total whiff.
Whiff.
But then this happened in chat. Looks like we've got a dynamic banter fan.
Wow.
Me, honk honk. This has
Dude,
never
that's fucking great.
happened before, he says. And he says, well, now we gotta be friends. Wow. That's crazy.
That's really cool.
And he said, now we're friends. Thank you guys for bringing people together with laughter, even in esoteric online video games. You guys are my favorites, and Mike has inspired me to give stand-up a try once going outside is a smart move again. So maybe never. Regards, Albert.
Well,
We're
enjoy
so
your game,
sorry, Uncle Albert. Dude, that was great. Holy shit. DB fans in the universe connecting like stars in the night ships.
Not unlike cursive letters, these two.
Not unlike it. All right. Well, thank you for the history road. Next week we'll do a bunch of history roads. It's been a while. Let's catch up.
Great.
And then maybe Mike will have watched Class Action Park and we could talk about it a little bit.
Who knows?
But before we go, we want to do a shout out really quick to the merch that's coming out for Halloween. Michael?
Yeah, man, you know we fucking do's it big.
We
you know
kill it.
Your boys do's it big every Halloween. We're both wacky boys.
We
Have
want
a
you to feel
October
special.
birthday.
We want you to
We want you
feel
to feel
cool.
Yeah. And we do that by combining two of our favorite things. One, this podcast, and two, Halloween.
Oh, right.
And also cat. Every shirt comes with covered cat. Byron, who has been doing our merch since the start, has put on his creativity hat, and we're coming up with a bunch of fucking awesome Halloween shirts. They will be up if they're not already up by the time the show goes up, they'll be up very soon, and you could pre-order those. We're shooting for 3 and a bunch of cool things to release with those things. So we hope you like it. We look forward to doing it fucking every year, and it really, really helps the show. And awesome. I think that we've hit our Zoom stride. I don't when this started, I was like, fucking hate Zoom things, but I understand how it is. And I think it fucked with our timing and chemistry, but I gotta say, I've been looking forward to doing it every week, regardless of whether or not it's on the internet. And so a bunch of cool things to look forward to in the future.
Also, I think we've been having fun doing it. You know, we've been like, yeah, we've been having fun doing it. And, you know, it's just been a great time. And regardless of how hard it is to make the show work, even though we're not in the same room together, it still works, and we still have a great time, and I also really look forward to it when we do it. So make sure to watch the video version to see what Mike and I are doing to each other right now on Zoom. But yeah, thank you guys, and definitely check out that merch because, man, it's so cool. It's always cool. Byron always fucking kills it. Mike always curates amazing designs, and it's just really cool, special stuff, and it really feels like we got a nice little secret club here. And
Yes.
man, there's nothing cooler than seeing. I'll never forget when I was in Canada and someone walked by with a Dynamic Banter shirt, and they stopped me and said, "Holy shit, I'm listening to your voice right now." They had headphones on. And I was just like, dude, this is a trip. What a fun trip. And thank you guys for making it so special for us. And, whatever. I can't say enough. I'm just very thankful and grateful. And Mike and I really appreciate you guys. So thank you for listening to us and our dumb shit and watching our show on in the video version on the YouTube channel, Dynamic Banter on YouTube. And yeah, that's it.
Yeah, for sure.
All right. Bye, guys.
Love you guys. Bye.
That was a HeadGum podcast.